Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's lesson objective. So today we will use multiplication, addition, or subtraction to solve multi-step word problems. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our word problem today. So I'm going to first read my word problem. We're going to use a strategy of RDW, which stands for read, draw, write. So first thing we need to do is read our R. So 3 boxes weighing 128 pounds each and 1 box weighing 254 pounds were loaded onto the back of an empty truck. A crate of apples was then loaded onto the same truck. If the total weight loaded onto the truck was 2,000 pounds, how much did the crate of apples weigh? Okay, so we just read a bunch. Now let's see what we can go ahead and draw. So I'm going to go sentence by sentence to figure out, okay, what can I draw? So 3 boxes weighing 128 pounds each, and 1 box weighing 254 pounds were loaded onto the back of an empty truck. Okay, so I can go ahead and draw that. I can represent that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my 3 boxes. I'm going to use a strip diagram. I'm going to go ahead and use my 3 boxes. And I know that each of these boxes is 128 pounds, right? So all 3 of my boxes are 128 pounds. Now I have another box that weighs 254 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. So I have another box that weighs 254 pounds. Okay, let's go on to our next sentence. So now a crate of apples was then loaded onto the same truck. Okay, so that's important. A crate of apples was then loaded onto the same truck. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my apples. Let's see if we can figure out how much that is. I'm going to put on A for apples. If the total weight of loaded onto the truck was 2,000 pounds, how much did the crate of apples weigh? Okay, so we don't know how much these crate of apples weigh, but what I do know is that the total weight loaded onto the truck was 2,000 pounds. So I know all together, all my boxes plus the crate of apples is going to be 2,000 pounds. All right. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can solve this, right? And figure out if we can figure out what the weight of the apples were. So let's first go to step 1. So step 1, we may not know how much the apples weigh, but we do know that we have 3 boxes weighing 128 pounds and then another box weighing 254 pounds. So first, let's figure out how much all 3 of those boxes are together. So I have 1 box that is 128, but I have 3 of those. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 128 times 3. So if I have 8 ones, I'm going to multiply that by 3. That's going to give me 4 ones. I'm going to go ahead and take 24 ones. I'm going to take 20 of those ones, turn them into tens. So then I have 2 tens times 3, which is 6 tens plus 2 more is going to give me 8 tens. Now I have 100 times 3, which is going to give me 300s. So my 3 boxes all together are 384 pounds. But we also then have to go ahead and add this to our 254 with our another box. So if I have all my boxes, so I have those 3 boxes, which is 384, I'm going to add that to my other box, which is 254. So if we add those together, 4 plus 4 ones is 8. 8 tens plus 5 tens is 13 tens. I'm going to take 10 of those tens, turn it into 100. So I have 100 plus 300, which is 400, plus 2 more hundreds, which is 600s. So now the weight of all of our boxes is 638 pounds. Okay, so now let's see, can we figure out how much we have with the apples? We still don't. We're still not sure how much those apples are, but we do know the total weight. So if I have 2,000 pounds all together, that's going to go ahead and take us over to step 2. Okay, so I have 2,000 pounds all together as my total. So I know that 2,000 pounds is going to equal 638 plus the weight of my apples. I don't know how much my apples are, but I can take away the weight of my boxes to figure out how much is left over and how much those apples may weigh. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rewrite my addition sentence as a subtraction sentence because I'm going to go ahead and take away 638. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2,000, but I'm going to go ahead and take away 638 of those pounds. So now I can't take away any ones yet. I can't take away any tens, can't take away any hundreds, but I can take one of my thousands, turn that into 10 hundreds. Then I'm going to take one of those hundreds, turn that into 10 ones or 10 tens. And then I'm going to take one of those tens and turn them into 10 ones. So now I have 10 ones. I'm going to take away 2 or take away 8, which is going to leave me with 2 ones. Now I have 9 tens. I'm going to take away 3 tens, which is going to give me 6 tens. Now I have 9 hundreds. I'm going to take away 6 hundreds, which is going to give me 3 hundreds. And then I have 1,000 left over. So the weight of my apples is 1,362. Now, if I wanted to go back and check my answers, which we always do, we could definitely add 1,362 plus 254 plus 384, because all three of these together is 384. And all that together should give us 2,000. But for the sake of time, we're not going to do that today. But you guys should definitely check your answers when you have done so. Now, we did our draw part. Now we need to write in our RW. So we're going to write this in a complete sentence. So I'm going to write this over here. The apples weigh 1,362 pounds. All right, that was a lot of steps, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and look at our lesson objective again. So today we use multiplication, addition, or subtraction to solve multi-step word problems. All right, everybody, thank you all so much for joining me in today's lesson. I know multi-step word problems can be kind of challenging, but with some practice, we can definitely get there. I know all of us can. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.